Yo, what up guys, what are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So, one of my favorite companies in the world yesterday released a new product or new products, the annual events. Today I'm just here to show you guys something that you might have missed in the whole thing. And I want you to see, especially to you guys who have businesses who are starting up, it's a lesson in marketing. This is a pure, it's genius what they do. Watch.
Mac Studio is a breakthrough in personal computing. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's the first computer to put outrageous performance, extensive connectivity, and entirely new capabilities into an unbelievably compact form that lives right on your desk, where it's always within easy reach. Mac Studio is going to completely transform studio workflows everywhere. Let's start with its design. With the power and efficiency of Apple Silicon, we were able to totally reimagine what a high-performance desktop could look like. The exterior is machined from a single aluminum extrusion, with a footprint of just 7.7 inches square and height of only 3.7 inches, so it takes up very little space and fits perfectly under most displays. Inside, every element was designed to produce an unprecedented amount of performance in such a small form factor. The innovative thermal system begins with a unique double-sided blower pulling air into the system across the entire circumference of the perforated aluminum base. The air moves over the custom circular power supply and through channels precisely placed to guide it to the chip's thermal module.
I'll break down what just happened. This guys, for a person like me who has a studio who does content, online content, I already have Apple products. I already have Apple machines in my house. I technically have everything that I thought I needed when I bought this stuff. You know, when I was setting up, I'm like, this is what I'm going to be doing in my life. This is all I'm going to do. My setup, it works. Creates the best work that I can do in my budget, and then they release a new product that I didn't ask for, that you guys probably didn't ask for. But what Apple does is, rather than say to you, here's the product, they define the problems that you're facing. They come, let's talk about performance, let's talk about speed, let's talk about power. Imagine what this thing could do for you. All of a sudden, everything that you have, that you bought from them, that they explained to you the same way in the previous year, they do it again. High speed, this is the power, this is this. At this point, they haven't even discussed what the price is. They're just going into your head and making you salivate and think about the possibilities that you could have with this machine. But simply last year when they launched the M1 Max, we were all going, oh my goodness, imagine the things I could do with this. This year, let's continue.
Finally, the air is propelled through a low-impedance rear exhaust containing over 2,000 precisely machined perforations. And due to the efficiency of M1 Max and M1 Ultra, the sound is so minimal, for most workloads, you'll barely even hear it. With this remarkably compact and quiet system within arm's reach, you get easy access to essential connectivity throughout the day. So next, let's take a look at the high-performance I/O Mac Studio provides. On the back, there are 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports to connect displays and high-performance devices, a 10 gigabit Ethernet port, 2 USB-A ports, an HDMI port, and a Pro audio jack for high-impedance headphones or external amplified speakers. Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 are built in as well. And since many users frequently connect and disconnect devices, like portable storage, we also put connectivity on the front for even easier access. Systems with M1 Max have 2 USB-C ports, providing 10 gigabits per second USB 3 data transfer. And with M1 Ultra, these ports are Thunderbolt 4, with up to 40 gigabits per second data transfer speeds. There's also an SD card slot to easily import photos or video, And Mac Studio offers extensive display support.
Now you see, they're just, these guys are brilliant. These guys are geniuses. Because if you're into content creation, you know that if you use a Mac Mini or any of these like Macs from the past 3 years or 4 years, you had to buy the dongle where you had to connect your the SD, which is behind, especially on the Mac Mini, and that just becomes a tedious process. But this is a problem that they created by never putting this stuff on the Mac Minis, especially the M1 Mac Minis. So now you're in a situation whereby you don't need to buy this product, but all of these little nuances and little things that they're telling you that you need to buy it, and they're showing you the benefits of it, the speed. Imagine like just taking out your SD card from your camera and just placing it in the front there, and boom boom, you're out. Like the Thunderbolt, the connections, those are just USB-C connections, but listen, okay, the Thunderbolt connections for you technical nerds, but still it's the same thing. It's like, do I really need this? But now I find myself in a situation where I'm like, I want this, you know? And it's genius marketing, man.
For up to 4 Pro Display XDRs, plus a 4K TV, driving nearly 90 million pixels. With this wide array of advanced connectivity, you can configure your studio to your exact needs. Now, let's take a look at the unprecedented performance Mac Studio.
I hope you guys catch what she said there. She went from calling the Mac Studio to your studio. So it's like, imagine this thing is already yours in your studio based on your setup. Man.
Will deliver. When you compare Mac Studio to our most powerful Mac desktops, the 27-inch iMac and Mac Pro, it takes performance to astonishing new heights. Let's start with Mac Studio with M1 Max. For CPU performance, Mac Studio with M1 Max is up to 2.5 times faster than the fastest 27-inch iMac. And it's up to 50% faster than Mac Pro with a 16-core Xeon processor, our most popular configuration. Graphics performance on Mac Studio with M1 Max is also tremendous. It's up to 3.4 times faster than the fastest graphics on the 27-inch iMac. And it even outperforms Mac Pro with its most popular graphics card. Mac Studio is over 3 times faster. Mac Studio with M1 Max is the high-performance machine.
Don't y'all just love how they're cannibalizing their own market? They're like, listen, man, we know you're not going to buy that Mac. You're probably a Mac Mini type of person. But listen, if you buy this thing, it's powerful than even our most powerful machine. Like, yo, Apple is just wild, fam.
Machine many of our users have been waiting for to take their workflows to the next level. And Mac Studio with M1 Ultra takes performance to a whole other dimension. The CPU performance on Mac Studio with M1 Ultra is up to 3.8 times faster than the fastest 27-inch iMac. And it's up to 90% faster than Mac Pro with 16 cores. We can even compare Mac Studio with M1 Ultra to Mac Pro with 28 cores. It's up to 60% faster. That is incredible. And graphics performance on Mac Studio with M1 Ultra just crushes 27-inch iMac. It's up to a remarkable 4.5 times faster. It even exceeds Mac Pro with its fastest graphics card. Mac Studio is up to 80% faster. Now, in the same way that MacBook Pro shattered the limits of graphics memory in a laptop, Mac Studio will do the same for the desktop. The most powerful workstation graphics card available today offers 48 gigabytes of video memory. With M1 Max, you can access up to 64 gigabytes of unified memory. And with M1 Ultra, you get up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory for enormous graphics tasks. No other graphics card comes close. And when it comes to storage, the SSD in Mac Studio delivers up to a super fast 7.4 gigabytes per second of performance and up to 8 terabytes capacity. Today, more and more cameras are capturing ProRes video, from the iPhone 13 Pro to the Sony Venice Cinema camera. With M1 Ultra's extraordinarily powerful media engine, Mac Studio can play an unprecedented 18 streams of 8K ProRes 422 video. There is no other computer in the world that can do this. To sum up this game-changing performance, Mac Studio with M1 Max is up to 3.4 times faster than our fastest iMac. It's a huge upgrade for 27-inch iMac users looking to move to more powerful Apple Silicon. And for those looking for the most extreme performance, Mac Studio with M1 Ultra is up to 80% faster than our top-of-the-line Mac Pro. So now, let's take a look at how this unprecedented performance is going to transform the studio. With the breakthrough capabilities of Mac Studio, users can completely reimagine their workflows and push their creativity further than ever. For musicians,
man. Shout out to this lady, man. Massive respect to the whole team for coming up with this presentation. Like, I'm always impressed by Apple, how they turn a want into a need. Like, something you never really thought about, they just turn it into something that you truly need. But it's crazy.
Mac Studio powers the digital audio workstation they've been dreaming of. They can bring their most complex compositions to life with hundreds of tracks, plugins, and virtual instruments, all played in real time. 3D studios have new breakthrough capabilities with Mac Studio. Artists can now interact fluidly with more extreme geometry and run complex particle simulations in a fraction of the time. They can even work with massive environments that were previously impossible to render. For software development studios, Mac Studio is an absolute monster. Engineers can now build new versions of their code in warp speed and run more automated integration and testing than ever. Mac Studio brings staggering performance to the photo studio. Photographers can capture and edit huge gigapixel images composited with hundreds of layers, and export final images for publish in a flash. And Mac Studio is a powerhouse system for video studios. Colorists can add more corrections to their project while maintaining fluid playback. Editors working on multicam projects can play more streams of 8K video than ever before. And encoding video for final delivery is faster than ever.
But which software is that? Because I don't think you can do... Is that really? Maybe. Final Cut? I don't know.
The performance and capability that Mac Studio brings to so many studios is going to change everything. There's never been a desktop like it. And when it comes to the environment, Mac Studio raises the bar yet again. It uses far less energy than competitors to deliver its extraordinary performance. Over the course of a year, Mac Studio will use up to 1,000 kilowatt hours less energy than a high-end PC desktop. Mac Studio is also free of numerous harmful substances. It uses 100% recycled rare earth elements in the magnets and recycled tin in the solder of the main logic board. So that's Mac Studio, featuring M1 Max and the new M1 Ultra, the most powerful chip ever built for a personal computer. Mac Studio will supercharge the workspace with breathtaking performance, unleashing your creativity like never before. Now, we designed Mac Studio together with the Studio Display to complete the ultimate studio experience. And to tell you more, here's Nicole.
Before another day. Listen, Apple, salute to the marketing team, salute to the PR team, salute to everybody involved in this presentations that they do year in, year out. It's always fascinates me how the rhetoric is the same since 2008. Every year they come out with the most powerful, with the most perfect, and we always fall for it. I'm not here to drag Apple. I'm not here to say their marketing campaigns are wrong. I feel like this is a product that I'm actually probably going to end up having to buy, because right now I use a Mac Mini for my my studio, that's my desktop, and it's something that I've been looking to upgrade. But either way, the way that they marketed this is not something that I was going to look for. I was actually interested in getting the 27-inch iMac, but then for them to come out and say, oh, this is powerful than that, so you're like, oh, okay, fine, I might as well just get that, you know. But I'm pretty sure if I wait again a year, next year they'll come out with another different product that you don't even know you need it, you know. So it's something that I feel like as business people we should learn from Apple, because how they come out, tell you the problem that you have, and this is not even by asking you, it's just telling you like, yo, you need this, especially as a videographer. I don't know about photographers and everybody else, but as a videographer, someone who's into content, having that slot to put in the SD card as quick as possible, because the goal is always to be as quick, especially in content creation. You know, for a lot of us, we spend a lot of time in distribution and making sure that our videos are seen, hence the production side of it, the editing side of it, you'd want it to be super quick. So this is actually something that I commend them for doing, and I always respect Apple's campaigns. But I feel like for us as marketers and for us as business people, we should learn a lot from their presentations, how they just come out, define the problem, show you how they're solving the problem, why them and why the product. And then like I love how she was like, the Mac Studio, the Mac Studio, the Mac Studio, in your studio, your studio. So now she's making me and you guys imagine that this product was ours, and now we are starting to create situations and scenarios where we see this as a solution. So in your business as well, this is something that you have to think about. How can you tailor your services and your products into a customer's, and how can a customer take that and imagine themselves in a situation where they need your product or service? With that said, man, we'll be breaking down more Apple presentations. Let me know in the comment section if there's another brand that you guys would like us to have a conversation about, and just see how they handle their business, and I'll do it for you. But I say, I hope you're having a good time. I'll see you in the next one.